Today we will see another aspect of pivot tables, that is pivot chart. Let us first understand the data we have in front of us. We have a time series data here. First column is the date, second column is the store, third column is product and the number of products sold. Before starting any kind of analysis, we first must understand what is the data we have in front of us. So let us try to play around with this table using basic features of pivot table. First, let us insert a pivot table here. We need to go to insert, click on pivot table, then select OK. Let us understand how many products are there. So we can put the products in the rows box. We can see here that there are total 10 products starting with 0 to 9. And if you see how many stores are there, there are 7 stores with numbers 0 to 1, 0 to 6. And we have a aggregation column, number of products sold. One important feature of pivot tables is that in case when we have, like here, these all were in numerical values. So whenever we drop in the rows box, we show that it does numbers. If we have any field which is in the format of date, it will automatically capture the different fields related to date. Like here, when you drop the date column, now when you see, go back to the data set, you see all these are dates, right? Now when you drop this in the rows box, you can see that this date has transformed into years, quarters, months and date. Let's say we want to understand this particular data in terms of quarter level, then we just have to drill on this year. See, now we can further drill down to the level of months, then the final level of dates. So this is the additional feature which pivot table gives us. Through this feature we can easily drill at different levels if we are given a date. So it is very important that whenever we try to extract data, if we have the data in terms of date format, then we can drill at the various levels automatically using pivot table. Okay. Now let us make a simple table so that we can understand the pivot chart out of it. Okay. Having this date field in the rows column, let us put the number of products sold. So we can see the year wise products sold. Now if you want to create a chart out of this, there are two ways of doing it. Either you copy this entire table, paste it as a separate individual block and then go to insert and go to insert charts. The direct method is that you can click on the pivot table, go to the pivot table analyze option here. There is an option called pivot chart. Click on the pivot chart. You can see the various chart options available to us. Normally with time series data we go ahead with line. You can go as per your wish. Mostly we go with time series data with line charts. So when you click OK, we see a chart and see all the attributes which were there in the row, that is has transformed into axis now. If you see this, if I click here, it is showing as rows here, but when I click on the chart, it has transformed to axis, right? In the earlier we were discussing that there were some products also parallelly. Now if you want to understand what is the sales at product level, the granularity is product, then we can simply bring the product into the legend box here. You can see the color variation. Each particular color represents a product. You can see on the legend here. If you want to select only few products which are of interest to you, let's say we want to understand 1 and 3, then we just have to go to this legends, click on 1 and 3 and remove all others. So you can study the different trends of products. If you want to understand this sales of this product through at store level, that also is possible. You have to take the particular store and put it at the legend level. Okay, it depends. Suppose you want, if whichever is higher in the hierarchy, if we bring store below product, at product level we will see what is the sales in different stores. Let's say I want to understand at one store, store 1, it gives me the whatever the sales has happened for product 1 and 3 in store 1 is reflected here. So these are the different levels of granularity which you can achieve through pivot tables very easily without doing any kind of manual tasks. And whatever data you have, suppose the data changes in the background, you just have to come here and just refresh this pivot table. Entire data will get changed and reflected in terms of all the formulas which you have created here. I hope this gives you clarity on how to use pivot chart. It is fun to use. Try to explore it as much as possible. You will get the heck out of it. Thank you.